Pinax TV so ni ebusu fanchi akese e mahwefo eni Ghanafo nyina sabre de ye hyensem nase a nyina yenim eye enema ekoso wo South Africa mine with regards to eye the xenophobic attack ekoso na enam so ma eye Ghana ban de betu dwase Ghanafo adehia kopiem wo South Africa nyina no wo mo eba be evacuate omo ede omo ebepiem wo Ghana ha se de be ya omo ho ahobambo ho nsem no ebekoyie sabre amene okase the Foreign Affairs Minister Okudzeto Ablakwa wadineni akire South Africa mine emu now ni nyina efa nhyiemudi a wone the High Commissioner Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa ekwakohia wo Pretoria wo South Africa mine emu na afi omo adidi nkomodi afpe kwan ombefa so a wo mo edi Ghana for be 300 a omo di aba beto dwa say these people are willing to come back to Ghana no omo de omo aba na ensem nyina ekoso no na chese me ka ne se aba beto embonten eso now yemfa we into screens ne so emfa ema wa na chese it is confirming say indeed the Foreign Affairs Minister akwakopiemu ewo South Africa on your screens or the Minister for Foreign Affairs Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa has arrived in South Africa to engage with Ghana's High Commissioner on efforts to facilitate the safe return of Ghanaian citizens affected by xenophobic attack. Ain't not just say, Ghana hanum say, yen Minister of Foreign Affairs, Okudzeto Ablakwa, and wako PMU, ewo, South Africa, when the Ghana's High Commissioner, dim komo ape kwanya, the Ghana this year, bear 300, no, ever be PMU, ewo Ghana has say. Now, he has assured that no Ghanaian who wishes to return home will be left behind, as the government works to resolve legal, technical, and logistical matters with South African authorities. Internet so much more. So we Ghana ni na wo South Africa. Now why you want dream say upese ubefie. Why you want dream say you are very decisive that you want to come back to Ghana there. Enya di omubeja wo ho. Kwan bia so no ye do eba be pie mu e wo Ghana hanum say enu nti the Foreign Affairs Minister etu kwan efi Ghana ha akwa South Africa because they are looking for the well-being of Ghanaians wo mo ho akoka edwa wo South Africa mine mu. Looks like South Africans are not backing up now. Enti wo say yenso ye fa ye ho adwen na ye nkrofo a wo makopie mu honom no yetimi epe kwan a ye de befa so aba mo ho eban ni nyina mu no the Foreign Affairs Minister enso eden bi ato emonten so with regards to the visit any ade na no ada ebeto odwa say ukopie mu wo one of the airports was South Africa na abrantie ba kwa ne din de Sylvester ono ene wo screens no so no abrantie echemu ono penny Ghana ni a wire crack so peso obefie ne news ne fly all over the space say Ghana for no amba fie they don't want to come again na no na Okudzeto Ablakwa echemu say enye no kre na momode abasobode ama the High Commissioner Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa say why ya this wetimi allocate Abrantie way because kame I say Abrantie in his mind nebia oma befa Ghana for no meja ono nko because looking at the news and cover so no nko na aka ewo airport ono ma omo kofa ne say the rest no yete say nipa 300 na nipa ba akope na akopie mu airport a omo aka no ewo himfa inchiremu nu ne yemfa minister no Okudzeto Ablakwa ne nsema wode to dwane into screens no so nti say I commend Ghana's hard-working High Commissioner to South Africa, His Excellency Benjamin Kwasi, for locating the young Ghanaian who missed out on our updated evacuation notice and was the only Ghanaian to report at the OR Tambo Airport yesterday. Intina abasubodie ena yede Ghana's High Commissioner Honorable and say His Excellency Benjamin Kwasi say Sylvester Abrantie wetimi ahwehwe na kira kwan ehuno after sending videos call viral internet ne so ono nko a na kopie mu Oral Tambo Airport ono menu say yemfa no embra Ghana. Now say the young Ghanaian by name Sylvester Boache can be assured that he would not be left out of the planned evacuation expected to cover some 800 people. Intina cheso mu chema Sylvester Boache womo ehye ne bo se nipa 800 currently no they are working on them. See the omba PM Ghana hanum saying there is no way ye beje ono nko a ye South Africa ye de omo be fie dia na ono nso ye de no baby. Now see no Ghanaian desirous of returning home will be left behind. Said them di kan ye no. We ye Ghana ni na wo South Africa. Now person obe fie nko a dia. Your minister Okudzeto Ablakwa shemo say everyone will be brought home accordingly. Now, see the High Commissioner's meeting with Mr. Sylvester Boache in our Pretoria diplomatic mission today further exposes fake news reports that Mr. Boache was the only Ghanaian evacuated to Ghana by a chartered flight. International so chema in Shemudi course no between the High Commissioner and Sylvester Boache Pretoria no and our more editor just say and someone go say Ghana for nyina asesa omo adwen so omo mba Ghana bie meche Ghana for South Africa no na Sylvester Peno pese oba no and omo chem say enye no kre say Ghana ni o Ghana for ne sesa omo adwen na nipa ba ko pe na adwen so be ye de na abepie mu o Ghana mpo dada. Now I say clearly, Mr. Sylvester Boache was not airlifted to Ghana as there was no chartered flight sent by the government of Ghana due to an agreement with South African authorities to defer the evacuation, pending the addressing of legal, technical, and logistical matters. Truth stands and truth always wins. International so muchema. The entire koba ne sa ne say womu border say eda womu di si was womu de kofa Ghana for no asesa. Esan say South Africa buy ni chema. Womu ntwentwen so no womu ndi nkomo bi mfa eye emra ne technical niema bi ho ansana say Ghana yen foreign affairs ministry ni be koso na womo ed Ghana for na be piem Ghana ha womo de womo be piem enti there was nothing like Sylvester Nkwa na ye de ne ba Ghana na nkae no mo si womo mani ade na etwego on internet no so no eno na Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa the foreign affairs minister echemu say asem no enye saa na etie empepering de ye be ko na yakohwe enkomotwetwe course between His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi, the Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, any Ghanaian branch Sylvester Boache, now what trendy internet and so another. So no kwa any copy mu Tambo Airport honum. Yanko share and comochiche course between His Excellency and Sylvester Yeba Yebeto ansem no eso.
Record that it is not the High Commission that asked you to go to the airport. You went to the airport on your own.
Oh, I heard it from the group. That is why I'm from the group.
But not the High Commission. The Ghana High Commission.
It's the same group.
No, it's not the same group. We're coming here. The group, I spoke to him on our way here. So there's a flyer and an audio attached to it from that Ghana Community Concerns group. So give them the flight time, check-in time, everything is on the flyer, and there's an audio attached to it. Why not? Do you have to know? Yes. Yes, I show it, my Listen, that is a flyer. There's a flyer. So where is it? This is Ghana Community.
Yeah, Ghana Community Concerns group.
Friend, they just bring so let's bring into this. I wonder, friend, this is not. I don't even know this group. So this is not
Ghana Community
Concern SA2. And so they told you this is the Ghana High Commission.
No, and they didn't tell me, but they said everything from Ghana High Commission. They also bring it. They also bring it. Even they share the link about the Ghana High Commission,
which is in the world. Yeah, there's one link here that is shared. But you don't know this group. This group is Manda. See, the way you said it, that no, it's also Ghana High Commission. The Ghana High Commission that didn't have the water. Larry, do you have the water? You don't have a water. So when we heard that you said it was an code, you were concerned on how you said it. I will zoom into it. It says Ghana Community Concerns Group SA2. So how many of you on this group went to the airport?
I think it's only me.
It's only you. So is it on the group that they told you to go to the airport?
No, they didn't tell us to go.
But you decided to go earlier. So let me reiterate that there's no Ghana High Commission ever sent the CSH. Ghana, that's why you realize that the first group is supposed to be with 300 people. Not even a single, but let's say 299 didn't go. We were the only person who went there. And the impression is being created that the plane was there, but it was only one person okay. Did you see any plane when you go to the airport?
No.
Were you told that the plane that is coming for the Ghanaians are at the airport? Nobody. Did they tell you that the plane has arrived? No. So, the government of Ghana is still in the process of finalizing. We checked the list of the first group that is supposed to go. And I realized that your name is not even at the first group. But I now understand the agency with which you have to go. So I'll speak to the consular officer to put you on the list, the first 300. I know that you want to go and see your mother. I know that you want to go and see yourself. So we'll put you on the list. This time round, only listen to what the consular officer will tell you. We're expecting that the first group will leave next week. So prepare yourself. What is going to happen is that the consular officer will explain to the Ghanaian community so that they can explain to you. They'll show you where to come, the day that you are supposed to come, what you have to come with. Then we will take all of you to the airport, then you can go back. So you'll be part of the first 300. But will not listen to any other group telling you to go to the airport, if not the Ghana High Commission. Do you understand? I hope that when they met you at the airport, they just had a friendly chat with you and they left you. Or did they try asking you to leave the country and the
airport, I think the airport was smell. That's what
so as a Ghanaian citizen, we would assure that we'll take you home. And we would assure that the ministry has indicated, government will give you some packages that will help you reintegrate into the Ghanaian society and to see your mother, the brothers. And I'm sure that with what you are doing here, you will learn and do same in Ghana. All right. We are fixing our country. And I can assure you that once you get home, you will see that it is best to be home than to be here. You understand? I don't want you to be sad. Okay. Don't be sad. We'll take you home. And you'll be okay. Okay. So, okay. We'll be fine. All right. We'll be fine. All right. We'll be fine. So Larry, make sure he's part of the first group so that we'll go. And once you get home, tell your mother you're coming. Okay. Tell your mother you're coming. So where are you coming from now? On the part. We'll take care of you to go home so that next week, when the time is right, a day before you leave, they'll tell all of you to get ready. So that we can go. I think. Sylvester, Sly, don't worry. Okay. Every misfortune is a blessing. So when people say that you should go back to your country, you don't know what is in store for you. I see hope. I see a future in Ghana. Look at it that way. When you get home, one day you'll be an ambassador to tell people that it is always best to be home than to come abroad. Especially if you don't want people traveling and becoming illegal immigrants. So at home, nobody will chase you. But the opportunities will be given for you to work and take care of your family. And that's all. Okay. No other way that. I take you.
Abusianfo Sylvester Boache Ghanaian abranti a wokopie mu wo airport Tambo airport ebeto dwa se na chese obi ampese obebo no nko na eba no eno na wone His Excellency Benjamin Kwashi edi nkomo musa abranti no o femu pa bia na ni abre se o ba bepie mu wo Ghana hanum se eventually after Okudzeto Ablakwa, the foreign affairs minister, we are hopeful say about 800 Ghanaians ebeba bepie mu wo Ghana hanum ese. Now, yen free in some way so na yen consem for so one of the major electronic appliances company back we Okrodrim ha wagidin pa uti ni dia na oti Empress na Mama Brown edin high sense na na me ne wo ka say ukọ Twitter X high sense trendy a enya sem ketwa na trending ni na ne se busin chire mu a allegedly no high sense womo warehouse anase womo showroom wo ashaiman no wo hwe screenshot mu se empoma no ya papa ya nini ade na nzema na etwego na amanfo chemu na chese akromfo na akwakobu warehouse no anase showroom no eno ma wiawia niema na de na amanfo bebre focus on the was asem way so is the fact say high sense showroom way okwa ashaiman is closer to a police station. Ejama voka say na showroom we ya ben police station no eba ne say na police for ne we he e na comfort mi ko bububu ani say e ko wiawia niema ewo mu. How is this possible? No money security guards wo na because high sense is a big brand. We share Mac Brown now share high sense is a very big brand. So how come all of a sudden no and same way ababeto e mountain so now we share screens ne so na che say akwakoba ne say sa na nya akronfo but apparently no ensem bi sisi eno na nam so ama yehu de yehu inze some parts of the showroom no atochima kakra. So on your screens or say update new findings indicate that the break-in incident at the high sense showroom in Ashaiman is linked to the recent demolition of structures around the Ashaiman traffic light area. Into omu chema na is enya kromfo tese de na ebinu mo ekeka no ewo internet no eso na rather demolition bi so omu dwidwiri edan bi ni ade egu around Ashaiman traffic light area honom no ene kofa asa ensem we bae. Into say report suggests that some aggrieved victims of Thursday dawn's demolition exercise who believed the owners of the High Sense building were behind the operation stormed the premises in retaliation over the destruction of their structures. International say omo womo dan ni omo stores ni omo kiosk ni ade ho kan ya ye dwiri gu ye no womo no mo die bufuo call high sense building honom na omo adwin mu no mususu ne se dan no high sense for ni use no omo omo dia no omo no mo tai kire ma ye bedwidwiri omo dan ni ade gu nto omo so omo die bufuo sha ase se omo sese niama wo honom say however the suspects have since been arrested and officials have confirmed that no appliances or valuables were stolen or damaged. Intinache say womo di sa nyamransem no ade yache womo yeche omo nso wieye no omo ahwehwe mu ahu se niema bi ani wonom a omo wiaye anase bi ani we free wanti prior to what na yet to say a robbery ni ade amanfo chem say sa high sense showroom we dey nim say ben police station ntina police for na ye dey amanfo twetwe Ghana police wo X ni ade no kra ewo asem ni mu ankasa eni now ye be kwani akwhwe video of how the showroom no aye after the attack amanfo the cause high sense for no eso emra. And see, that is the premises of a high sense showroom. I wa Ashaiman and ebeto just say enipa binumo mubu afu and omuchemu say owners of the building a high sense building way. Womo ahye omo kutupa abedwidwiri womo animu ase womo shops ni ade into omo nso mubu afu into omo nso ko sese omo nso omo niema de atika. That is the police station and na video ni mu no eno na amanfo ka wan say na high sense ni opposite pe police station into na police for nada ana se den ba ne sen but se de yetete no no na se omo mo kodi san nyamransem no eyade a ya che omo anhwehwemu ekoso enti se de na amanfo twego wo internet ni se robbers ana sa akromfo akowia high sense wo ashanma no abusuanye nokre wo mu no ene se demolition exercise bi ene kwatwetwen sa ensem we nyina baaye now yemfi high sense for ensem we so na yenko ensem foforo mu a one of mechanic said the music groups and say collaboration for ni bi e wo krodwem ha omo de omo ye nuanom but then omo ye nnwoma ne ye kama right now they even have one of the trending songs ebi chemu anwum we they call World Cup dope nation kakalika na omo akọ ensem anaso omo ho aba nsem obi anka yenim se kakalika yi de omo kọ World Cup enti no omo ye ade no apparently yese anu edi moko ni nchene enu ana be pa asem edi ama omo anu akwakwa yi omo asem ni nyina ne se nanu ada ene omo maame edi ne 60th birthday na birthday no eja emrante pa omo show you love edi ama omo maame no ene omo akoka nsem se omo maame se de omo maame sacrifice ye ema omo phone se brebia no omo ni phone maame ni fi akra ko takra den ni ade na ode koye sa mekane say adoye ne de man ne mba ne ade and the way they put it no I say omo papa sebe ho ambenyam and amanfo chem said this is very bad. How can you speak like this? Motimi akasa ama mobu mu papa abomfia na say mo amfa mo papa anya hwe ene Ghana for asori wo mo so say this is uncalled for. How can you speak like this? Eba the same mama na say mama me nkwa na abremu. How about the man? It's high time sebe emrante ne mmaba wa yesi so ni yenjai say de bia no we make our mothers relevant than our fathers we say enema bi wo no ma me for ya de but say the dope nation for timia kan bedwemu sa no ya yenim guase de ama papa na yebekwa akotie say de omo ankasa omo to manum to ka sa asem we ya enei ye twe omo sere ne abasa wo internet no eso.
When mobile phones came, we asked our dad for a phone, and we never had one. True story. Yeah, you know we joke. Sure. My mom was in Takrade. She was in Accra, and we were in Takrade. Yeah. She left all the way from Accra. Brought food. In Ghana must go back. And she brought a surprise to us. She brought us 2 phones. 2 new phones. New. Sonny Ericsson. Everybody wait there here. Everybody wait there here. No say, we know they come from a rosy home. They not say, you know they like that. Yeah, but she always.
Abusia for Dope Nation and ye kotie and sema womo edituja. They were talking about their mom. Said them own say at least say who celebrate you bia. And pempi no obekan semwa niema pa efa nipa ne ho how the person has contributed to your life and niema bia nipa na ye just to celebrate the person. Na man for so who say onipa we sebe wa add value to your life wa boa pen any ade enti omo nso omo dia na omo share about omo maame no ena yes so near sim phone no omo chema edru baby no omo hia phone pa and they didn't get the phone and apparently they need to call their dad and na papa so onye bi no omo kofra omo maame na maame no efi Accra na no people are saying say enti e ho no man fa be kan ho anke be den. At least you could have said it in a way you don't drag your father to the mat. Now some person which say papa no you're incompetent and I say and when I have conversation among for air have say I say that is how the conversation went. That is how the praising of their mom ekoya and yeah and shut down because we've seen a lot of people in Ghana how almost celebrating how their mummies were there for them through thick and thin. All the struggles and now so you didn't see them dragging their parents so be all crowd back kasa crampo and find papa cram in your Embo Forimu, Emma Obinya the privilege to talk anyhow and answer about their dad and na bibisa. Tiano na mama for a say, oh, this part of a year, the speech from Dope Nation, ne de, Omwanya de, but Senka, Omo Mama mi and Munyam say ni de was a very beautiful one. Iriasi de, Unyam pose, Obi, ebe kai, unim pabia wa yamano, na onunso a pay you back and asa onunso, sebe washe we ni moyem a now. With something beautiful as the omo ye the mo mama on her 60th birthday nke no kwa de ye the omo 5 ebe mo, but say you dispute your father like that no ebi no che say they should come out and render an apology to their father omo mepa omo papa chew say the omo kan ye ne de omo anka ne bone so anaso omo anka ne ye because say kako say there say the Ghana for drag omo twe omo no ebia on the internet there ade ni wutiri mu kra no amanfo wo internet so betimi aka speculate ayama asem na be abewo ho by force even if the man is not thinking in that direction the internet people will do it. But then ebisu chema they meant no harm by what they said. They were just trying to say oh we no more try ama yehu how their mommy sacrificed ebi ne omo papa kran entimi anye no the woman was there for them enuntia bagana for the omo ntinesa they are just on Dope Nation that they should come and apologize to their father. Now in some fofro emu no NPP camp why papa come here and say it is really going to be a long year for the NPP so man yeah abemu 2028 the NPP for they be protest they be protest ababa way on that screen so TikToker ni din Edi Aminat Mahama oko ne social media space your friend ba omiaba eno Ukraine okono twabo NDC for ne President John Dramani Mahama enyansem ketwa eno ade beto dwa se ya che no esanse wakokeka nsem bia omuni se death threat to the president of Ghana na bibi say there's more at times na it is a treason intend ya che no ene ababeto dwa say ya granting a bail of 1 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. Now sureties nko say ba kono ne monthly salary ne be 5,000 Ghana cedis. What you say? Aha. Entina say utumi hu say NPP for na nya bre say we the omo ye no omo infringe on the rights of the NPP communicators. Abronye ne be kasa ne ache no esando ne be kasa ne ache no. Just obi akasa ne ache ne say Amina so omo ache no. Now, you are share the court premises bra ababa we wokopie mu court aye granting the bail no said they na court honum esi etie ye ba enkomo ne de edoso aye de beso mu
Go. Woman of God, leave. And I'll take your time. Why are you pushing us?
That was the court premises. Ebra Aminat Mahama, the TikToker or Kokasaya. Ninsem Okokan I said death threat to the president of Ghana no ukopie na o ye man ni bill no said na niema esifa eko I bi no chema nka we kran wasi ye ja no ke wasi ye man na etwiri mu na serve as a deterrent to other people but ebisu chema this is more or less like infringing upon people's rights and they say amanfo ntimi nkasa freely e wo Ghana ha bi man na because baby edro no NDC fo bi bo wakra no MPP ni a na wo mo ekwa akoche no na ama me no ka say NPP amanyoko ni mu mpanimfo bi no mu te said the third vice chairman Yera Masaudu Hawa Kumsin former MP edema ewutu senya East enafe former MP edema Dome Kwabenya Adwasafo omunyina aba abonten aba be kasa say enough is enough their air kosono is more or less like they are oppressing the people they are oppressing MPP for enya de omo betena se ahwe ama NDC for our oppress omo ebi kreche mu abronye na mo ache no any other people na mo che omo emmo mu nyai kasa no kre no ho de a enoa enomo ebeka yenkoti nsem a amanyuko impanimfo de tudwa.
When did insult become a crime in Ghana here?
Who is the chief insulter in Ghana here? I can say it clearly without any contradiction that John Dramani Mahama, the current president, is the chief insulter. He is the chief insulter who insults people, and all his colleagues and all his party members learned the insult from John Dramani Mahama. In the history of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama stated a word categorically: insult Asantehene, Kumasi, Asante-Mahene. This big chief, he insulted the entire Asantes and said that Asantes are ungrateful. To extend, John Dramani Mahama said, if you use gold to build a road, in fact, for Asantes, they won't appreciate. So Asantes are ungrateful in Ghana here. Did we arrest John Mahama? John Mahama as a president and as a statesman, a former president, a person you say is a role model, people should learn from him. He insulted entire tribe, which he know that tribe, the sitting president is part of the tribe. Medias, are you not aware when he said Achim Asakawa? He said Achim Sakawa, and Mr. President, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was a Achim man. You made it a categorical word and said that this is Achim Sakawa, John Dramani Mahama. Who arrested you? Are you now telling us that there's part of people in Ghana who are Ghanaians and some are foreigners? To extent, you call Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Opana. And let me tell you some story about John Dramani Mahama.
What kind of insult was not rained on His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa in this country? What kind of insult was not rained on them? Were people arrested? No. So what has changed? I mean, a few days ago, I asked someone that, are we in the jungle? Are we in the military era? No. Ghana is a developed country. It's a democratic country. So why can't we all, air out our views? Some section or portion of Ghanaians can say what they want and go scot-free, and others cannot do that. Oh. Why?
Which lady are you making reference to?
This lady popularly known as Baumiaba. She's a TikToker. I'm told she was brought from Kumasi. Yes. I'm yet to go and see. And so what we are witnessing in the country now is not the best. We are pleading with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama that if he's not heard, he's not in the know, he should intervene.
Opposition. One kasa gave you now. If you can't to me, I'm not going said near what by Munomus or Mocasa Pow. And no more cry, the Biaka seeing in a Rasha Bigam no Mocaso, any Rasha Bigam in a no Mocasa. Sabe, your man penny dada, my penny, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, me fan on my phone and send the airport to man. So, Nina, me to be tolerated. It's in here can I say governance, dear. Opposition, Casani, what's here? How much it's here? I'm a moon and your mind or call him. It's many are brought yet, a tiny chair in Pipe time, and you know never cut the Casabo and our MPP, the Casabwashing. The idea Nina, the Beckham was them, Galamsey, Encoye, Beckham was them, a memory Coye, Beckham was them. That as a chef for you know I Becca, it's me can meet you. And when a Bema Ghana, I Ghana, Naye, Nature Baba Befa, almost I knew Damas.
Abusian for Ajosa for a year Masaudu, the third NPP vice chairman, and a year Hawa Kumsin, and I tin Sema or more editor Montin. So, from all indications, there is a dear Kosono or many in with how people are being arrested anyhow, any day, anytime by the NDCs, and Omuchem say enough is enough. Omunga say Sebe, power is transit, and there mona more power. Echina yensu yebeba, yes yeba, you bet me retaliate. That is what they are saying. But onipa namne so Emma penifoi kasa umuko piemu ewo court honum no Aminat Mahama no. Abusia said the make no uko social media o dina grow papa. She's spoken a couple of times or no chemwa cells ne de wakosa ya chenesa inti enye chibia mbeche no ene bebo ni hu na ne old video bia resurface ya wo chemu say NDC fo ntimi anche Kevin Taylor or no then times MPP what power otimi kadi opebia timi chese otimi die the former president na dan Kufuor atem eni ade bono wo ntre ne ade nyina so mo ntimi anche Kevin Taylor de a mo abeche no eduabo straight eni bi bisa say ntise say ya anche Kevin Taylor yakoche no ya ma ne bail no obebodua na now yenko ti nsemo a wode etuja
se wo beche me na wan kochi Kevin Taylor na wan kochi Destiny na wan kochi Mama Take any sister Betty G na se wo beche me dia fa so timi se mebo udua because omo na mo starting first say the omo see die president atem na sa na yen so ye starting di mo president atem a sebi enke enkoye me say se wo beche me na se wa che sankrofo fo na ma bo mu din ne dia you are free to go but se won che wo na do nsa ka me dia mebo udua. We already say ubewu enye sa wo chimi ajeli me na me mabusu ani bia no ho obesi oma obi aba hwehwe no me na me ka chile wo na me so me ajeli uma no me ma di police station akwane ba ma ble me dia konodi ani aso kokose na bebo uchia me kotokosua crate na ma to snap mienu di agina ho amanso ba ko bia ti se wan che sa nkrofo fo na ma bo mudi no na do nsa be kamia me se mebo uchia what ya say mebo uchia kwase.
That is Aminat Mahama ena wakasa ewo honum ene nsem a wakokeka no ena akwakoyi ne ka ensem bi sei ena okeka ya ekofa sans issues we nyina about her arrest ede eba ye binum che this lady ankasa no Baumia emfa omo tie nechi all those that are attaching Baumia's name to their names Baumia grandson near their there at the end of the day they go and sit on the internet no omo keka de omo pe no they should be very mindful of some of the things omo keka because NDC fund your money abre obowa na omuhwe na nsem na wokeka no enkoyi a omba abechew Bunu regional chairman cry acheno and I will common FNSN communicator who create content in favor of the NDC. Yedo be hanam amomuse but from all indication no bail condition ni de amano but asem no edasoa ewo court they would follow proceedings ye be hwehwemu aye mu hwehwemu ni ade nyina na outcome ebe ban ye gina so near my final verdict concerning lady no nsem okokan ye no ehu now o hwenzem no okan ye na it was very very serious. Ebi chese anka asotwen asotwen de manse ye koche ne de na anka ne kwan so enono ba ye hwe ba bia issue we ebeko akwakodro now yen komra hye bedwafie eho na Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin akasa de afa OK Frimpong ohene Kwame Frimpong chi ayache no Netherlands na me no we ka say people are still interested to know his current fate esanse echemu niema ye de abobọ no na say charges are US for de abobọ no through Interpol no ye de akwache no Netherlands no money laundering according to Ono OK Frimpong ne de say money laundering pe ahwenka ho but other news outlets has said that romance scam ne fraud ne ade ekaka ho ebi na Alban Bagbin chema say Ghana ha ye mampani ene mrahye bedwafie wo mo ye de ombetimi bia se de be ya OK Frimpong omo betimi aboa no wo ne current case wenya no emu esanse hwemu oye mrahye bedwani ena Alban Bagbin enso ena ye ba no dani wo mrahye bedwafie ena se no OK Frimpong ankasa so ma ye te ase se abanya was one and Ordom, which is the National Democratic Congress. And in praying there, they are still in work in progress. Our Moshe do betimi aye de aboano e wo na same way home. Ye ba kotie Alban Backben ninsema wo de etuja.
Parliament is working with government to ensure justice is done in this matter. I will in due course keep the House updated with developments in the matter. Meanwhile, permit me on your behalf to convey the empathy of the House to members of his family and his constituents for this unfortunate development, and to call on them to exercise restraint, for we are everything to make sure that he is accorded all the due respect, dignity, and the opportunities available to all of us in international law. So please keep your cool and leave those who are involved. I'm happy that voluminous information has been given you as to the steps that have been taken by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, together with our mission in Holland. Honorable members, is it important, very, very important, for us to always remind ourselves that we are here as servants of the people. And it is important to keep uppermost in our minds that the power and authority we exercise as members of Parliament are delegated. The power and authority emanate from Ghanaians who, as expressed in the Constitution and other laws, place their trust and hope in us. Our actions, words, and decisions must therefore reflect and inspire that trust and hope. The Ghanaians have made it clear in the Constitution that nobody, and I repeat, nobody is above the law. Not even the Ghanaians that we represent. They are not above the law.
That is the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Backben, and Ochemu say, Omo ye di omo betimi together with the government. Na womo apemwa de ama okay frimpon. He can't be left alone. Or ye gonna need the share. Ye share finance minister, the former finance minister, Kenufuria Takra ye chene de no call saying we saw say the delegation from the embassies US Modern said they will go and render assistance to him and no reject it. How much more a sitting parliamentarian and I to me M1 according to Alban Backben there omo ye omo afemu die bia said the they can assist him with the current issue koso. Now abetoja say obako piemu court any idea we are still in waiting ye train the outcome of the BPM aba court wo beko Netherlands no eno no mo begina so na omo de extradite no akọ the United States of America. So we are still monitoring this case keenly, updating it there aside when it comes no ye de bebre ahwefo ni nyina mu no oba Ghana ha say ya Kamia say the Rent Control Commission say no money abrepa private hostel operators for ESO. Na no other you so mu your operation omu bora hostels ahodomu. They've even called for the suspension of hostel fees for 2026 2027 academic year no omo stakeholders meeting e dey apekon be fa so wo mo be stabilize the hostel fees in all the private schools in Greater Accra. No more than say me betu about Pent Hostel. Say omo increase omo hostel fees by close to 90% increment. Na eno I betu just say Pent for nso chemu was say commissioner no the acting rent control commissioner obepo macho esan say nsem no de betu no enye no kre acting rent control commissioner so aba be kasa o chemu say hen ne ha today and tomorrow. Enya de obepache ne apache ochina never. Na mu pese mu di enti a oso on pache wa. Ye be wa kotie efri ono ankasa eho jemu a there is no way he will apologize to a year pent for the omode beto and mountain so yentie nimra.
Of law. Recently, I heard Ghana Hostels Limited, Pence, calling the bluff that I should apologize. I should render an apology for you perpetrating illegality. I believed it was so disrespectful for them to call me to retract my words. And I still stand by what I've said. I am saying that on the price sheet I got from Pence Hostel, for example, I saw 39,000 Ghana cedis, let's say annually. 39,000 annually. So if they are taking 39,000 annually, then your guess may be good as mine. So the question is that, what was the procedure? They say they have standard operation. Who prescribed the standard operation to them? Rent control is the only law enforcement agency in this country responsible to ensuring that any price that you set for your hostel, we have to regulate it and help you to have a fair way of setting prices. So they should excuse us that my sitting here will never render an apology. I know I've acted in the conference of law, but they have erred of sitting down themselves and setting their own prices. If you care to know, hostel operations or hostels are registered by the Ghana Tourism Authority. But there's a thin line between what we do as rent control and that of the Ghana Tourism Authority. Now, to make it clear, Ghana Tourism Authority is responsible ensuring that they register and monitor the work of these people. But rent control is close to the authority and power under Section 10 of our laws to ensure that anything called rent should be assessed. Therefore, if you have not assessed your property, applied to be assessed, you cannot sit home at will and be charging things yourself. And that's what I found with all the hostels I visited, that they could not even tell me when they went to rent control to be assessed or have their property value to be assessed. And that no matter what amount they are charging, I thought it was not in line with law. So as we speak, I've asked, and I'm using this platform once again to ask, that all intention to increase hostel fees to this semester should be halted. And that's if any of the hostels, do not heed to this directive, it might lead to closing down of hostels, trust me. The mere fact that the hostels have registered with Tourism Authority, but you are charging and you don't take the processes to charge, means that you are not complying fully with the laws. You cannot satisfy one law and abuse the other. We believe that hostel people are within our laws, and that when they obey or respect the Ghana Tourism Authority's rules or laws, they are also obliged that they need to comply with the rent laws of the Republic of Ghana. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So it means that if you do not hold on and you go ahead to say you want to, as it were, increase or demand from the student, trust me, you see a lot of hostels close down. And I have said never at that time that so long and so far as I am working to ensure the laws of the Republic works, which I have said on many occasions, that the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, really want the rent laws of the Republic to work. And that is what gives me a lot of hope and encouragement, that the first gentleman of the land, which is the President of the land, believes rent laws should be applied. I am here to carry the vision of the President and have no business to do than to ensure that the laws of rent is applied. And that is what I'm asking, pleading humbly, that hostel operators should do. So I am saying that all hostels prices this semester, if you have any intention to increase, hold it on. I am ready to call a stakeholder engagement. I'm going to give them letters. You all meet. Rent control want to understand how they arrived in all this kind of hostels matter. Then we all do assessment with them. Then we can have a fixed, reasonable pricing that will be fair and not be exploitative as we see. But currently, hostel operators are perpetuating illegality, and that we will not allow the law to just pass by them. Thank you.
Acting Commissioner for Rent Control and Wakasano Ochemwa private hostel operators no omacho mhu kutupa eno musisi adisuan fo ne awofo a omutua hostel fees no omu sisi omo pa eno omo nso omo aye omo adwen se enya de omo be ma omo kwan na omo akoso esisi nkrofo e wo Ghana ha say they are also trying their very best to let them know say the only organization omutimi control prices of rent any other identity na rent control no the rent control commission enti honom and omunso mayo madwen said they are working tirelessly to make sure say no all the ills are koso no it will be corrected into omubeyen hyiemu omohia the operators, the stakeholders, the managers, the supervisors of these private hostels near there na omatena se afa adwene ahwe kwan ombefa so a omobeboa both the students and the operators because benkum dware nifa na nimfa so ayeden edware benkum the students cannot benefit at the detriment of the operators and the managers and the owners. And the managers and the owners cannot also benefit at the detriment of the student. Entienye, yenyina, let's meet ourselves at some point. Na yembo enhumoding se bibia ebededa na kwan emu. Eno, ena sabrede wode ababetu eja. Now, before I ever sorry in semno and so no, ababetu jam se Kevin Taylor yenyina yenua bema ba kope chese ebinumu kura busa say oye comedian oye politician oye presenter anase edie potin social commentator anase die no because as ye nche de hu ne portfolio kura no ba me ka say ababetojwa allegedly say wabepie mu e wo Ghana hanum say na MPP fo bi su kiremu a omo atete say Kevin Taylor be piem Ghana ha into omani abre omo monitor no pa said they will fire back at him enya de omo be jai no all the things he has been doing against the NPP political party ewo the platform no esonom wa be piem Ghana idea they would also strike on him womo akasa yengotie enzemo a womo ede atomontin so
me can't check Kevin Taylor say baby I will do no that's a red line so control look I'm giving you this information. Kevin Taylor was near America. He's in Ghana here. I'm telling you a fact. Kevin Taylor is not in America. So I see by 22nd. No papa, yeah, someone no. I call also Kevin Taylor is in Ghana here. And we are monitoring him closely. I'm telling him. We are monitoring him closely. So Mom, he said he can incite the youth of Ghana against MPP. So a Bema. He should come out boldly, send a year what Ghana, and this are Abanso, yet me Pia Bontebe Treyagri. He should come out, he shouldn't go behind security and going out of mischief and making noise. He should come out. So a Ghana ni. Ombra no nanti send a mumu nanti muyemo ijuma. But we are daring himself. He's crossed a red line. Yeah, punishment. I had man who said, "O need to me say ne papa, Gabi, someone no Kevin Taylor you powerful." And ne papa say, "Menko, I dare him should say that. Say me NDC, me na me control everything. Me say ye Black Maria, Jelly Bawa, they all control Black Maria police. You know." My mercy boss warning say yanchi abronya meme ya yinedi yachi abronye. I'm also daring him say if it is a man enough so no ekobedu Taylor say nye kraman na aboa na edi ne mame na omo wu na debi tie oh massa ada no musuru asemsa listen ono wadidi me twin sign that na President Kufuor massa let me tell you I know shit. President Kufuor, Kevin Taylor, ne papa yankone former President Kufuor. Kevin Taylor, ne papa. And I said, ne mama, ne yankone President Kufuor. But he insult him. But ye won Kufuor, wamu huru, wamu pejano. Right? Now if he say, ntesuku kono, eni obi anum. And I say, ono wo didi atam nti, obi ntimi didi atam. Ne papa, me say ne papa, yana palace, ne papa. Even papa, garbage won't mean. But he can insult Yana. Who is him? Wakosha this echi no this ankwase asem no
for Nature says some of the NPPs for Nichema they are very displeased. They said they Kevin Taylor any day omani nje wo kra na omo nim so Ghana ha nti omo so mo ni dinechi di n'entente because wakasa atra line no wadidi mpanimfo bebre wo MPP atem the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo agene de recently the former president John Ajekum Kufuor or the man just said de Kevin Taylor nyina no kind of disrespect to the New Patriotic Party mpanimfo nti omo so omo adwen se wo mo ebe kire ni shege pa wo Ghana ha sesi o mate se wa be pie mu wo Ghana ni nyina mu no Charles Osei enso TikTok out mu so ono nso wo dom NPP amanyokuo no na ono nso de aba bonten ejem se Kevin Taylor se ne se obetimi atena ne microphone echi na wa ye de ope wo krodua mu ha enya de omo be ma ne sa space ne kra they would also deal with him as they want to edutum se eni bebre from the New Patriotic Party assign Kevin Taylor for obvious reasons particularly kwane nansen de ya editor the former president John Ajekum Kufuor yentie ensem a Charles enso edituja
Kevin Taylor wasia man o baba wa ya kwadroti eno oti na konwa mu anfie wa ontimi nya bibia moan ni kuro na odi so yire toilet kura papa na kwadroti otimi si toilet oni kuro mo wasia ena usu wasia panyi Kevin Taylor usu akwadroti utimi ko school America rukura umani school eku kitchen hona uje de edidi atem no wasia ye Ghana ye ni baby akoye be wada efuru masa uso otimi magana biem wasia panyi tisa usube ube bu MPP wasia ba Ghana ha de eko uto ade ayento koku apiafo etu omuka usube bu MPP wasia man kitchen hona aten kura Kevin Taylor Jimmy for si apro abuwa wanu bonti na ya usori ya ubiebie wanu didi ko fo aja wasia panyi ubapa ya kwaduroti enu waka akonwa mu anfie ona otimi si toilet kura mani krom no wasia panyi Kevin Taylor wasia nam sa so wa bonti akotina America dada otimi nko school wasia obi akọ school awia o be ka say no kura na nya no kura ya bona baso Kevin Taylor Jimmy fo wasia panyi anunsuo Kevin Taylor o ya be ma akọ school ni bi ni ewe so so di ma America o ti America wasia so obebu MPP uri obo 2028 we be ma no abagana no aba betra na anya ya chia ya mo campaign wasia man chasirika wakoma Kevin Taylor chasirika wakoma anduru wa shege Kevin Taylor usore wadi digana fo atem obi anfi wasia wani mtantan ho anyefe obi ati America oda we do so krobo abuwa funu Kevin Taylor
for now say utimi say MPP for omo mini Kevin Taylor papa ade ose na no nyo asem bi ekotwi ko breman bi akokra Kevin Taylor wo krodua mu hanom say nti omo nso omo bieja de agu no so say ote won o irrelevant ono a watena brochire eno awari broni na school ntimi nkobi na say okateche free fade na wakọ bag na law degree na chese Kevin Taylor nso kwaka ho asem a akotwetwe nsem we bi so de aba but empremprem Ghana ni lady bi wo US a ono de say wono na the greatest nightmare Edema Kevin Taylor because opese Ghana for ya we say Kevin Taylor brochire ho na owo na osore a osi camera nim ne ye de lighters ni so na nim da so no enya de papa bia no yo bra wo bre no no te wona nkasa no chen refugee ewo US honom yenkoti ensem a erai de etuja
Ghana for bi ni Jimmy so Jimmy na ya America no o te Ghana America asem na opese oka me ena me te America kromu ha ena me nim emra edwuma okromu ha ena me ka kire se Kevin Taylor no ontumi ma obia invite emma kromu ha esanse onu Kevin Taylor no oye liability enti mra no emma no kwan no no so nkonkofa obi emfa meye liability because it is likely say or the obi ba the person will also become automatically liability because onye edwuma oti low income house mu eno kra stamp no di ji aduane enda wo kwakọ ye fele amobi abakrom ha de be hwehwe income oni income sika onya ne se NDC for edi omusi this ne beba ena aha say living in America is expensive. It's not about cities, so cities no end to me nyehwe. 1 week sika ne besa eni to hu se Kevin Taylor hwe titiro ni bi pa na wa hyeda abeso esi ne so a ne sika asa ntini kakra na obenya efi social media views no eno na ode survive o ha munya se muti Ghana na obi wa abrocha na ye oye bola bet Kevin Taylor oye bola bet uhu ni nase a ebe ye wonwa apai oba Ghana mo hu no won jama mo an get closer on se obi a wote abrochi ehia na nkasa ehia no te se asori dem ekura no ehia no into se muti Ghana na se muti Ghana na eye mo se daachi bi Kevin Taylor ebe ma mo invite ana se obe fa mo aba ene muntu madwum ensi ne papa ne maame da so ti oboase ekura ase ho ne papa da so enum apio eton bia ba won sikeni papa sa na sikeni papa te won obi owo sika ne papa ma abrochire da ne maame ma abrochire da wonu anka wo obi anka wo mo invite mun koye research mun check say who Kevin Taylor chese brofo no ma mun ye research na mun hwe say hwana na Kevin Taylor di na ba abrochire da hwana na Kevin Taylor etumi ama ne invite aba America da since otu kwan a wonu na ose say wa ware fulani o so ye dieni so ye broni o onye broni o obetumi aye fulani onu na ose say wa ware adenti na ne maame ma abrochire da ne papa ma abrochire ne papa ma be 10 ba kupo e ma abrochire da mun kona mkoye research na munya inkurase nuama na obegira na odi mpeyinfu atema na eye mode no me we sa no me we mo se dia ne sa hwehwe ne bo be ma wa bo enufuo o se ma na ye bro enam ka chem se mon hye ma no be dem Kevin Taylor oso yo bi a mon hye ma me no be dem me video baby a wodi stamp no full stamp na ekoje aduane me video no ebra wo je aduane Sunday or walking crofo kraman ye ka say obi walking crofo kraman amote God amonte ase o walk obi ka obi wa woni kraman na ete ope kraman adanfo nti wagege kraman bebre na ono omoti fie but oni adaje a odi kraman ni be pie ama omo akotintino omo apom na omo ane nti Kevin ejuma oyense obekwa kofa ni pa ne kraman na odi kraman na akọ work na kraman ni a weti ahase wo kraman ni a ewo se wuti enwo se obeja o nti ono walk dogs mo o kasa me boa on be dem me video no time wo walk dogs ada ba Ghana mo ni nase apai ono ehia no papa ehia no se asore dem ekura mo na mo te Ghana mo ada ya na ya mo se obi ti abrochi awa ye na mo se obi ti abrochi awa ye won oye liability enu nti na ne maame ne papa da so te Ghana wo muntu kwan da munko ye research munko se Kevin Taylor ode ne maame ne papa ba abrochire da on be dem osori a Ghana fo ehiafo mobrowafo na omunye obi ankam na odi ne onfam be ye ne na wa ha wo obi a obi gina na enim na opiepia na wo hwe obi a oni ona ha o mebu nso obi gina wanim adenti na oni ya ye wo krom ho ontumi fa yenko ontumi fa ka mema ye tune frisa low income no mu na sa full stamp no mema ya gie free nsem ama ekoma de no mo nso oba no obedi di penyi atema ni sika asa because see this no and $2 no nti yes sabre na endu na woche na asa Monse wa shata de pada Kevin monse wa shata de pada eya mo hwe no ye bia wo di je be ma won nante asenia wo bumpa na nufu abobot say 15 years girl ya hwe be ma enim ase amokuya